Hi students, today I am going to explain CA number 3, that is what creating a student registration form. So in the previous video, in the previous CA, we know how to create a form by using some of the controls or what to say the widgets. Now today, so we are going to use maximum number of controls or widgets which is available in the form, and by using the internal CSS. Specifically here they specified the internal CSS. So by using the internal CSS, now we will create one student registration form to make it as a one website. Now I'm going to the code. Okay, so here first, so what I'm doing, so as usual, opening the HTML, creating the head and the title. I'm giving the student registration form and style. So in the style, I'm using the inner CSS, inner style sheet. So here what I'm doing, so I'm taking the H3, so header 3, heading 3, tag taking. For that I'm defining some of the font and text families. So font family I'm taking a Times New Roman, font size is 25 points, and font style is in the normal form. It should be in the bold, that is what the font weight, and color salt blue, and the text align should be in the center part, and the text decoration it should be underlined. So whatever the text appearing in the H3 tag, in the H3 tag, so it includes all these properties. And I'm creating some of the properties for the table also. I'm taking the table tag, font family as a Times New Roman, color white, font size 11 points, font style normal, font weight it should be in the bold. uh, Background, here I'm taking the gradients. So I'm taking the one type of gradient, that is what the linear gradient. So gradient is one of the data type which is available in a CSS to give a multiple colors to the web page, so there are three types of gradients. One is linear gradient, one is radial gradient, one is conic gradient. So now I'm going to use the linear gradient. So here I'm specifying how it should be applied to the bottom side. To the bottom means starting from top to the bottom, it has to appear this color. So this is the one color which I'm taking, and here I'm mentioning the 0%. 0% in the sense the starting position means starting from here in the top left corner to the right bottom corner, means from diagonally it will apply the color. So another color I'm taking this color with the 100%. So here why I'm taking the 100%, starting from 0 here to the here, starting from here to here, end of the screen. So it has to apply from here to here both the colors. I'm taking only two colors. So now my web page contains the two mixture colors. So for that purpose I'm taking the gradient. For that purpose I'm taking the linear gradient, one of the data type which is available here for multiple colors. And border collapse, yes, it should be a collapse. And the border, though, it should be in the 3 pixel in the solid and with the navy color. So for the border I'm applying the property like the border should be in the 3 pixel size, it should be in a solid format, and color should be in the navy color. So this is for the whole table, it will apply, these properties will apply to the whole table. Now I'm taking the inner, I'm taking one more a style called table dot inner border 0 pixel. Why I'm taking this one, in the later part we will come to know why I'm taking this. Because the border, it should not appear any of the border, yes, it should be a normal. When we are looking the content, we can assume there is no table, we can assume that there is no border. So for that purpose I'm taking the default as a 0 pixel. Next I'm closing the style, closing the height. Now I'm opening the body. Under the body I'm using the form tag. So for that action, once the user submit that form, it will go and submit to the browser. That's why I'm not mentioning any of the information here. So now heading, so this is what I given the properties here for H3 now. So what is that heading? Heading student registration form. So all those properties will apply to the H3 tag. And table I'm taking align, it should be in the center, and the cell padding of the table is 10 points. So now I'm creating one by one. First I'm creating a row, so that row contains the first name. So for that I'm using the input tag. In that input tag, type equals text, name equals first name, maximum length 30. So here up to 30 characters it will take the first name. In that first text box, for the first name it will take up to 30 characters, including both uppercase and lowercase of the text. So this is for the first row. In the second row, I'm using same as a last name, input equals text name last name maximum length 30. Here also I'm going to use the size as a 30. So if you enter 31st character, it don't take. Within the 30 characters or up to 30 characters, you can enter for the first name and the last name. These are the two fields which I'm taking. Next, further I'm taking the date of birth. So here a type equals date. So when I use that date type, automatically the calendar will display there. So by selecting the this one date as well as the year and the month, we can select date of birth. And next field I'm taking email ID, type equals email, maximum length up to 10 characters here it will take. And next I'm taking the mobile number, input type equals text name mobile number, maximum up to 10 characters, it will take up to 10 characters, 10 digits here. Next I'm taking the gender. So for the male, type equals radio. This is what important. So either any one of the option it has to select either male or female, like that. So type I'm taking the gender, name gender, value equals male, and female same thing I'm taking as a radio, and value as a female. Here the type equals radio. Then address I'm taking one more row I'm creating address. So here I'm taking the text area. So because if you am taking simple text, it's a single line text. When I'm taking the text area, it's a multi-line text. So address has to enter here. So name equals address, rows, how many number of rows and columns, by default it will, I'm taking as a 40 rows and 30 columns, means the area I'm defining here. So 4 rows and 30 columns, like some kinds of some layout it will generate by using these respective rows and columns. Now I'm ending the text area. Then I'm taking the city. So it's a text type. So type equals text, name equals city, maximum up to 30 character here also will take. Next I'm taking the pin code. So pin code textual format, name equals pin code, maximum length up to 6 digit it will take. Next I'm taking the state. Here the state type equals text name state, maximum length 30 up to 30 characters, the state name it will take. Next I am displaying the country. So here I am using the whole country option, that is what select your country. I am using the select tag here. So when I am using the select tag, it will appear in the drop down list. Appear in the drop down list. So name equals country. For the select, I am using the tag called option. For the option, what is the value? None. I am not displaying anything. So selected equals selected, disabled is disabled, select your country. By default in the drop down list, this text will be appear because I'm not selecting any of the index value. So by default is none. So it will appear like select your country as a in the respective drop down list. Once the any one of the option is selected among the given list, it will get selected. If it's not selected, it's a disabled option. So your option value equals 1, India, US, UK, USSR, Nigeria, South Africa, Australia, Indonesia, Romania and Brazil. So for 10 countries I'm taking for my form. So this is how I'm going to use the select tag with the respective options. Next I want to enter the hobbies. For the enter the hobbies, because more than one hobbies we have, for that I'm using the checkbox here. So checkbox. So table row, hobbies, table definition, that is for drawing, input, checkbox. I'm creating a checkbox for the drawing. Hobby name drawing, value equals drawing, like that. Drawing, singing, dancing, sketching and others you have to manually enter what extra hobby you have. So apart from these four options, what other hobbies you have, that you have to enter by using the text. So for that also I'm creating a checkbox. So this is what the hobby part. So next I have a qualification. See here, now I already open a table here. Again I'm creating one more table to enter the qualification. See here, table row. Within a table row I'm creating one more table. Means one of the cell should be having a one of the cell should have the one more table. So now I'm creating a table align in the center part. So for that I'm giving the table definition, serial number, examination, board, percentage, year of passing. This is what the table definition which I'm taking for my table, second table. And the table definition I'm creating for 1, that is what the serial number 1, examination, class 10, type. So by default I'm taking serial number 7, what is the percentage, what is the board, what is the year of passing. So everything you have to give in the, you have to enter. No? So for that purpose I'm taking the textual format here, text that is what class board maximum length 30 30 30 I'm taking. So here for the class 10th, what is your board, what is your percentage, what's your year of passing. So this is for the first serial number for the class 10th. Like that I have a serial number to class 12. For the class 12, again you have to enter these three information. That is what, which board you studied, what is the percentage, what is the passing year. Like that I have a for a third serial number, fourth serial number. Third serial number is a graduation. What is the board name, what is the percentage, what is the passing of year. When you come to the masters, same input type equals text. So what's your board, nothing but the university, or type equals text, nothing but what is the percentage, what is the year of passing. So like that I created the four respective category. One is with the class 10, class 12, and graduation, your degree, undergraduate and master degree, that is what the post graduation. Then here I am giving some information, that is what the TD align center, both the things are align center, 10 character maximum up to 2 decimal points, means wherever the percentage is appear, that time you can give up to 2 decimal points. And for the board you have to give up to maximum 10 characters. Like that it will display the information. So this is what the tables. Here I close the table. So what are which table I opened here inside a cell, so that table is closed here. So this is the complete table. So next I have a courses. So after this, so which are the courses the students want to apply now, so that courses list I am displaying. So for that what I am doing, I am taking the radio buttons. So here by selecting the table row for the courses, type equals TD, input type equals radio button, name course BCA, value BCA, the name is BCA Bachelor of Computer Application, BCom, Bachelor of Commerce, BSc Bachelor of Science, BA Bachelor of Arts, and Master of Computer Application, Master of Commerce, Master of Science, and Master of Arts. So these are the different courses which I am displaying my form. So once the user has to select whichever the courses you want to apply, that courses you want to select it. So next, ultimately I am displaying the, I am providing the buttons, so to submit as well as the reset. So here I am putting these things in the respective table row. In the row wise I am putting column span equals to align in the center, type input type equals submit, value equals submit. So again input type equals reset, value equals reset, and closing the table definition, closing the table row, closing the table, closing the form, closing the body, closing the HTML. So this is how I added the code for the to create a student registration form. Now I'll go to the code, I'll go to the web browser. You will see how it will look like. So this is the form which I coded. See here that you are getting the three colors, more than three colors you are getting. This is the dark blue, this is a mixture of pink color and blue, and this is the pink color. So this is what the gradient colors. To get the more than two colors in my form, I'll use the gradient. So here I am using the linear gradient as a linear gradient type I am using, one of the linear gradient type. So now I will fill the form. So Raghavendra, so then last name, or date of birth I am getting the calendar, so some date of birth I am taking. Okay, email ID raghavendra@gmail.com, and mobile number, some numbers I am giving. So gender male, Bengaluru, address, sorry, 76th cross, KS layout, city Bengaluru, pin code 560078, state Karnataka, select your country. Say by default it coming, select your country, that is the index. I am not taken anything. So singing, drawing only 2 hobbies, qualification 10th, state, percentage some 99, and year of passing 2006, for the class 12 state board 98%, 2009. Okay, so this I'll make it as a 2004, this is 2006. So University of Mysore I'm taking. Okay. Mysore University 97, 2009. Again I'm taking Mysore University. I'm taking 96 is as a 2012. Okay, I'm selecting which course I want to apply. I want to apply for Master of Commerce. So I will submit. So once I submit, it will go and submit to the form itself. See, all the fields are clear. If you see the web URL, say first name Raghavendra, last name Raghavendra R, email ID raghavendra@gmail.com, here mobile number. So what are the information I type, everything can go to the submitted to the browser itself. So now the web browser contains all this information which I submitted. Here in the form action, if I specify the particular web information or a database address, then all these information go and store in the respective form or a database which I mentioned here. So this is how we have to create a student registration form. I hope you guys understand. If not, please watch once again the same video, then you ping me personally, so I'll clarify the doubts. Thank you.